Hello, early friends and family. Welcome to my channel, Be Well with Nick. I am Nick Mock, your host and doTERRA wellness advocate. For the past 9 years, sharing holistic tips and protocols around gut health, emotional wellness, and hormonal balance. If you feel like you've tried everything else, or you've simply opened to learning more, or like me, you've gone to the doctors and asked questions, and they basically said, I don't know. That actually happened to me. So if that's you, you've come to the right channel. All right, while you're here, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button so you don't miss these weekly wellness tips. Last week, I shared some of what I learned after attending a webinar series all about trauma and supporting the nervous system. And when I say there was a lot of information, there was a lot. I It was overwhelming. 7 days, 10 interviews with doctors each day, so that's 70 interviews total. And honestly, I walked away with pages of notes. But today, I wanted to share some of the things that actually stood out to me because I think we could take some of these ideas and incorporate them into our everyday lives to better support our nervous systems. And there was one word I heard over and over and over and over again: the gut and the microbiome. So let's talk about why the gut kept coming up. Inside your digestive tract is incredibly complex community of microorganisms, including bacteria, fungi, and other microbes. That's what we call the gut microbiome. And these microorganisms don't just sit there doing nothing. They interact with the digestion, nutrient processing, immune function, and nervous system. So, when we're talking about whole body wellness, we can't really ignore the gut. And that got me thinking, what do I already have in my wellness toolkit that supports my overall digestive wellness? And of course, I started looking at my doTERRA toolkit. What I can use for the next 90 days to support my gut. Let me show you. First, Digestin. One of the first products that came to mind was Digestin. It's a blend that contains peppermint, coriander, caraway, cardamom, fennel, and anise. And what's interesting to me is that these plants contain naturally occurring aromatic compounds, including a compound such as menthol and various terpenes that contribute to our individual properties. For me, digestion is one of those tools I think about when I'm looking at ways to support healthy digestion and occasional digestive comfort. And again, this isn't something about one magic oil, it's about building a toolkit. I put 1 or 2 drops of digestion in a veggie cap or gel cap and take it internally. Please check the labels before you take your oils internally. Not oils are created equal. Look for the supplement facts on the bottles of your doTERRA. Next one I want to talk about is the Revita Zen. It's a detoxification blend. This contains tangerine, rosemary, ginger, geranium, juniper berry, and cilantro. Yeah. These essential oils contain naturally occurring plant compounds, including limonene and other terpenes, and the blend is formulated to support the body's natural detoxification process. And I want to pause here because the word detox gets thrown around a lot on the internet. And when I talk about detoxification, I'm not talking about some extreme cleanse or quick fix. That's not about that. I'm talking about supporting the body's own natural processes. Your body already has incredible systems for processing and eliminating substances. The goal here is to support those systems, not overwhelm them. And that's what these oils do. How do I use this one? Just like Digestin, I add 1 or 2 drops of oil into a veggie cap and digest the oil. Last, I want to talk about cobaiba. Yes, cobaiba is especially interesting because it's naturally rich in a plant compound called beta carotene. I hope I'm saying that right. It's a quercetin that has been studied in its interaction with the CB2 receptors within the body's endocrinoid system. Ooh, that was a mouthful. So basically, it is blocking the pain receptors in our cells on a cellular level. So it caught my attention as part of the wellness toolkit. And again, I'm not saying one essential oil is going to solve everything because that's not how wellness works. But for me, it's about looking at the whole picture: nutrition, movement, sleep, stress management, supporting the nervous system, and of course, getting appropriate medical attention when needed. Don't want to dismiss that. And it's all connected. On guard, let me share with you before we go. I want to remind you there's still time to get your hands on a 5 milliliter bottle of On Guard Protective Blend. It contains a wild orange, clove, cinnamon, bark, eucalyptus, and a rosemary. If you'd like to get started with me, place your order on or before the August 15th. And if you're already thinking, okay, Nick, but where do I even start? Excellent question. That's exactly why I'm here. Yeah, you send me a DM, tell me what you're looking for, what your wellness goals are, and I'll share you more information about how you can get started and then get rewarded for taking the first step with free gifts from me and dōTERRA, because they love to give lots of giving tips, gifts. And make sure you stay tuned next week because it's back to school time. I want to share with you the 3 cool things about essential oils, and I'll be sharing some of my favorite natural wellness solutions featuring a rosemary, a wild orange, and a peppermint, and how I incorporate them into our back to school wellness routine. Okay, and you can too. So hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on those notification buttons so you don't miss next week's video. All right. Don't forget to show support to my new Instagram page, Be Well with Nick, where I share holistic tips daily. So if you're looking for everyday information, head over there. Thanks so much for spending time with me. And remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Start where you are, learn, listen to your body, and build your wellness toolkit one step at a time. Until next week, be well.